What is your name? And name your band.
Good morning, Anne Shiever. Nice to meet you online. It better would be meet and talk on live, but that for is also fine for me. My real name is Bartosz Zrybek, but in my band Grimlord I rather prefer to use stage name Bart Lapicard.
Where are the artists from? What is their talent in the group?
The all past members and artists which played in my band are from Poland, mostly from the Lower Silesia province.
How did the band get the name?
After the breakup of Grimlord band, I was looking for much better sounding and much stronger name than former name Grimlord. And in my private life I like history so much, and I had read a lot of books, articles about strong and cruel lords, kings, etc. In short, that's why I decided to pick the Grimlord. My mom helped me with choose name, by the way. She said Grimlord is much better.
What instrument do you play now?
I am the guitarist and the vocalist in my band, and I usually play on DIN 79 and Fender Squier guitars. I use them to recording new songs.
Who does your art consist of?
For example, there was a time when Grimlord had a 5-person lineup, later as a 4-person group, and also as a trio, duet, and sometimes, like today, as 1-person project with session musicians.
How would you describe your music to the public audience if they have never seen you before?
We are melodic metal band from Poland, being presentable on the stage with heavy riffs and original arrangements. Grimlord very often refers to the motifs from forgotten stories. Musical power alternating with gentle sounds. Poland today is recognized mainly with brutal death metal, but we are different. We have got other flow of fire.
If you had to describe your music in 3 or 4 words, what would you call it?
A large dose of energy.
Give me some details about the group.
As you already know, I play on the guitar and I am responsible for vocals parts. In last year I cooperate with 2 session drummers.
What are your songs about? What specific themes do they cover?
On the new 4th upcoming album called Devil's Pontificate, I focus on people relationship, toxic families, you know what I mean, PTSD, symptoms, etc. Strange stories from the charters. I have decided write a song with original story from the past, when from my childhood times, where in my little town where some man had a visions. His name was Kazimierz Domański. It was in the middle, he lives, this situation was in the middle 80s. He said that saw during walk in his private gazebo Christ and Holy Mother. This is unbelievable story. Similar to Seventh Son of a Seventh Son concept album for me. This very good topic. People has believed him, really. It is a long story.
How long have you been performing live?
My first live performance as a guitarist and vocalist was in 1999 at Skrzydlaty Club. Skrzydlaty means winger. In my hometown, Oława. It was very stressful experience for me. I was stressed, yeah.
If you had to categorize your music, what genre would it best fit? Name up to 3.
Melodic thrash metal band.
What do you feel distinguishes an artist from just a musician?
Musician is a very general term, in my opinion. The musician is more predictable and the artist is rather not.
Where did you meet your group and how long have you been together now?
Usually via the internet. Earlier in music stores and music centers, leaving a band announcements with a telephone on the wall. And that works.
What are your immediate music career goals? Next 1 to 3 years.
I constantly focus on record new album Devil's Pontificate.
What has been the biggest challenge for you or the group?
Most recently, while filming the music video, where we had to set the drums on the roof of the gazebo.
You've heard of the term starving artists before. How do you cope with major obstacles?
Yes, of course. I think it's a very universal problem of this world. But if we talk about me, I also earn money as an episodist in movies and TV series. I trade a little bit over the internet. Well, by the way, heavy metal is for tough people. I remember Dave Mustaine, leader of Megadeth, once said that in this business you will be faster become more popular than richer.
Do you feel the economic crunch has hurt the industry, or do you have some other promotional tips to help support your music?
I think COVID-19 had messed up a lot. It is. In fact, we can only look at it. However, I encourage everyone to take small steps forward in private business. Move on. Especially when time is unfavorable for artists. Life is like the stock market chart.
Who is your fan? Do you have a fan club or street team?
I hope that we have several fans different countries. You know that internet has a powerful abilities. In this moment, I lead Green Shop, the shop which include all kind of gadgets of my band. One site is integrated together with main page Grimlord.eu. This is my address of my main official page. Second is on this address tv.grimlord.eu/Grimshop.
Art and music has an impact on both young and old. Everyone loves a celebrity. So what advice do you have for the youth of today?
You have to follow your heart. Individual fulfilled desires, even the small ones, gives you a lot of happiness. Money, of course, but did not give me that as did other material things, such as a car. You know, you have to take care of what lies deep in your heart. The desire begins in childhood times.
What does your family think of your performance, and do they support you?
To some extent, yes. I may say that in 50%, but in general I have always motivated myself. I have always motivated on this point myself. Once I had a situation when we were playing a charity concert in the market square on my hometown. And then my family has arrived to me, to our show. Grandfather and they gave me pocket money. It was in 2000 or 2001.
What is your stance on how to get the public to support live music and see the shows? Any ideas?
I have no idea. People are different. Some people likes to see show on the stage, musician. Some listening only music. Others likes drink or of beers. Some only like the eat foods. Others like screaming or jump. Pogo, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Media has a very powerful tools known as TV. Good promotion for sure, but I think that people are a little lazy in these days. Maybe I am wrong.
Thinking back, did your family carry on the same musical interests?
My father played special events such as weddings, parties, disco parties. And my mom was a beautician.
Do you have your own favorite type of music, and is it any different from what you play now?
Definitely, I am fascinated soundtracks, movies from 70s. I like Anne Shiever songs. Also music from Kill Bill movies. Koto, Laser Dance. Yeah, it's great.
Do you have other interests or talents you would like to share with us?
Yes, I recorded science fiction movies with my friends. I generally released 3 films. First is a vain attempts. It were recorded in 2010. First is shortened than others. Second is rather keen Defender of the Site from 2011. And the last is Minerals from 2020. All of these movies has a specific atmosphere. I wanted to mix 2 realities. One, true patriotic and historical facts with fantasy. The action takes place in the 20th hour era.
What has been your strong influence to continue performing?
I am motivated by subtleties from the music, films, documentary programs, or what surrounds me in every day.
How do you rate your live performance ability? Do you feel better performing live or in the studio?
Without a doubt, I prefer live performance and then rehearsal. The last pleasure is work in studio.
Does anyone in particular influence your musical talent?
No, today I have no private guru. I have my favorites musician from childhood times to these days. Sometimes I check what is going on heavy metal scene. I am the redactor in 2 Polish musician services. It is very comfortable in this case because I am a reviewer metal scene.